Like for Mercury, the Mercury, the Karaka of Mercury is education. So
It's
I can finance some poor kid for their school, for college. So Mercury Saturn combination, I think I don't have those sample charts, but yes, other charts we have. Like we have seen. Okay, so we have seen these combinations correct in last session, like Mercury Saturn, Mercury Rahu, Mercury Ketu. Okay, so I'm not saying to memorize all these things. It will come with practice. The first example chart. How will be education for this native? Okay, don't worry about the Manmohan Singh name. Okay, you know his person and all. Just see the chart, see the Mercury, okay, and try to see this Mercury. Okay, and now where is Mercury in this chart?
10th
10th
Yeah,
house.
house.
Mercury with Sun in
Exalted.
Virgo sign. Now, what will be the result? You can conclude with this combination only. Mercury is exalted in good placement.
Yes, sir.
Hmm? Mercury is with Saturn, retrograde Saturn, in combination. Okay, in triangle. 17X is no planet. So, what is the combination? Mercury, Sun, and Saturn.
And
Nearest planet is Sun. What?
fifth from Mercury is also Saturn,
Yeah, that
the
is
Lord
triangle.
of Saturn.
Right.
That is triangle.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, what you can conclude with this? See, Saturn is also in this combination. You can see, na Saturn is there. As I told you, this Mandbuddhi thing can only happen only if planet is afflicted. This Mercury is in its exalted placement right now. That is also with this Sun. Okay, then we have retrograde Saturn, and Saturn is also placed in its own sign. It is not the case of affliction and all. So can we say this is a Mandbuddhi yoga? No. Okay, so now how are we doing analysis for the chart? Okay, fifth from Mercury, fifth from Jupiter. Why Jupiter?
Because it's the Gnan.
Native Jiva Karaka.
Jiva Karaka. Okay, so fifth lord from Jupiter we will pick, fifth lord from Mercury we will pick. Okay, then we see the combinations for it. Now, if
Jupiter is
hmm,
fifth from the Jupiter, so that is also good, sir.
fifth from Jupiter, if you see, Jupiter is with Ketu, and fifth
Yes,
from Jupiter, or is Jupiter itself. Now, if you see the combination of Jupiter, no planet is in combination, only Ketu is there. So now, if I see fifth lord from Mercury is Saturn. Now, problem is Saturn is retrograde here. Saturn will create two kinds of combination. One combination is from Capricorn, and another combination is from Sagittarius. Okay, so if I take it from the Capricorn sign, what will the combination?
Saturn, Mercury.
Saturn, Mercury, and Sun.
Yes, sir.
And if I take it from the Sagittarius sign, it becomes the Saturn, Jupiter, and Ketu. Okay, now understand this concept. This is very important because if you understand it, then you can do education related prediction. So when we say fifth lord from Jupiter, see, and fifth lord from Mercury, okay, so these two planets are the key planets. Okay, so whatever combinations you are creating from these two planets, you need to identify the common planet. Okay, common planet who is creating more impact. Okay, so from that planet you can understand the education part.
So could you just repeat, please?
Jupiter is the
Yeah.
common, right? So because Saturn is coming in the Sagittarius.
Jupiter is more common here, so that's why Jupiter related subjects this native will do. This is understood. But I'm saying the concept is fifth lord from Jupiter, fifth lord from Mercury. Okay, so these two lords are very, very important. So whatever combinations you are creating from these two lords, okay, you need to identify the majority of planet, okay, the planet which is dominating this whole combination. So that particular planet is responsible for the education. And see, this is not only for the education, for everything, for career also. Like after this, when we study the career, in career also we do same thing. 10th lord from Jupiter, 10th lord from Saturn. So this 10th lord is responsible for the career. So whichever planet you see dominating this combination, that planet is responsible for the career. Concept is easy. Clear? So only thing is, as much as you know the significations of planet, okay, like for education and all, you can do it easy. but understand the concept and the flow of analysis. So first we see the Mercury and combination related to Mercury. It will give you the overall picture of education. It is good, bad, and something. Now, in which field he can do good? In which field? How will you understand it?
Maybe teaching.
That field
Jupiter
is
plus
from
banking.
Jupiter, is from Mercury. Okay, from this chart. Now see the another chart and just give me 1 second. See this chart for now.
Jupiter is also exalted. Sorry, yeah, and the Mercury is also good, sir. But it is with Ketu. And fifth from Mercury, it's Saturn, and Saturn is making trine with 159. What did I wrote? Saturn only. And it is in the Jupiter. So again, and from Jupiter, the fifth one is that is Mars and Venus.
Mars, and it's in that fourth house.
And the Venus is in its own sign, and it's making connection with the 3, 7, 11. So,
Okay.
3, 7, just Venus and Mars.
Venus and Mars. Okay, so any planet you feel that is holding more strength or more dominant planet in this whole analysis?
Jupiter is good because Lagan Lord
Thing
is
is,
also
see where you should put your effort. Okay, understand this. See, as many as chart you see, okay, for practice and all. So the one agenda you should keep in your mind is that to identify the planet, okay, who is having strength, okay, as well as who is repeating itself multiple times. So there are two parts in the whole analysis. First part is just to see the overall picture of education. Okay, that you can see with the help of Mercury only. Where is Mercury placed and the triangle and combinations and all. This is the first part, the overall picture of education. Second part is what kind of education this native can do. Okay, best possible education. And always understand that the example which I am showing you, these are the famous personalities. Okay, they are already successful. The person can become successful only in those areas which is reflected by the chart. Sometimes you will see those persons who are doing completely opposite education. Now, at the end, you will see that that person is not able to successful in their education. This is possible. So that's why I'm showing you these known people so that you can correlate those things. Okay, then you can see the live charts also. Now here, when you see the Mercury, okay, so the combination with Mercury will give you an idea about the oral education thing. Okay, Mercury, Sun, and Ketu. Okay, in triangle, which planet we have? No planet. Okay, in 1/7 axis also no planet. Now you have Mercury, Sun, and Ketu that also in the Virgo sign. Mercury in Virgo sign is good, no issue. Sun with good. Ketu is there. Ketu will add some break or struggle and hurdles in education. That this native is already faced, that we know it. Okay, fine. Now the important thing is to
Sir, even
identify.
Mercury and Rahu 1/7 axis will also give the breaks or
Yes, sir.
failure.
No, sir.
No.
don't consider Rahu.
Mercury is with Ketu. Okay, so what will you say? You will say Mercury is with Ketu, or you will say Mercury is making combination with Rahu.
Ketu is more stronger because it is in same house. So
And the
it has
same
more
house, and
difference.
the thing is, always remember what people are doing. Even in books, also many authors have written Mercury is in combination with Ketu and Rahu both. Okay, so as per them, whenever Ketu activates, Rahu will automatically activate because it is always 1/7 axis. Okay, so in every combination, both are participating. Okay, but that is not okay. It is not same. Understand it. If Mercury Ketu are combined, so obviously we'll give preference to Ketu first. Okay, don't worry about Rahu. Leave Rahu. So Rahu will activate only when in progression Mercury reaches to Rahu. Something like happen. Otherwise, the result you will see only with the Mercury and Ketu. Understood, everybody?
But
It's not
sir,
only about the Mercury for every planet.
But sir, if we see here, which planet is kind of appearing more in terms of education and of the native, if we see that, we see Rahu is coming in combination twice.
Okay.
If we take one from Jupiter 159, if we see Jupiter, Moon, Rahu, yes, sir. And then if we see from Mercury, though it's not 159 or
No, no, no,
212, but
no.
it's 7th.
No, Shweta,
Seventh.
you are
Is it
using
not
it.
7th, sir?
No,
From
see.
Mercury.
No, it is not 7th from Mercury. First thing is, let me start it from the beginning. You are saying from Jupiter, you are counting it, correct?
Yes, sir.
So
First,
I'm saying from Jupiter, you need to see the fifth lord.
yes, sir, that of course.
Okay. So who is the fifth lord here?
So fifth lord is Mars.
Mars.
Mars is
Mars.
sitting in
Okay.
the fourth house.
So now it means now we have to transfer your attention to Mars only.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Now see the Mars. Mars with Venus in Libra, in Trinal, no planet, in 17 axis, no planet. Okay, so it means Mars and Venus. This particular combination can do some addition. First part. Okay. Now we apply the same logic with Mercury. Okay, so fifth lord from Mercury, which planet?
Saturn.
Fifth lord from Mercury. Fifth lord from Mercury is Saturn. Okay. Now you project your all attention to Saturn only. Now here is Saturn.
Mhm.
Okay. Saturn is making any combination in 159, no planet.
No.
In 159, no planet. In 17 axis, no planet. Only Saturn is left.
Mhm.
PhD.
Now let me.
The person must have done PhD in some like a pharmacy, some medicine.
He is PhD that everybody knows, so it's
The
fine.
sign is
But
I don't even know
yeah,
who the person is, sir.
no, he is a very small person. And so let's see about this person later. But understand this chart now. Okay, you're saying okay, pharmacy PhD.
Mhm.
Now
Yes, sir,
why
that's what I'm
pharmacy?
thinking.
Why
I'm sorry?
pharmacy? Why pharmacy?
Because of the sun and Venus are there, right? And they are in, like, even Mercury is in with the, what do you call, the highest form of study, which is Virgo, means like extremely smart. Jupiter is like the moon, right? So mind is like extremely sharp. And because of the Venus and sun has to be do something with the pharmacy, there has to be something in, I don't know, in medicine some. That's what I'm thinking, sir.
Okay,
I'm
so
sorry.
no, you are correct. At least you are thinking, so it's good. Okay, so we need that.
Thank
But
you.
now see, so first we have Mercury and Venus combination. That is the fifth lord from Jupiter. So Mercury and Venus combination, what kind of education this can give? Anybody think? Mercury, Venus, and in another combination with Mercury, fifth
Arts,
lord pattern, that is
Even it
Saturn.
gives
It's more of
research
a
combination.
fashion and all.
fashion arts, maybe TV
Commercial
anchor.
art, advertising, all those things.
Commercial
Yeah,
art,
TV anchor.
advertising, it is possible. Fine.
Yeah.
Take it. Now you see the another set of combination, that is fifth lord from the Mercury, that is Saturn. Okay. Saturn in Sagittarius sign. Now you have two set of combination. One is Saturn and another is the Mars and Venus. Okay. Now you tell me, do you see anything common in these two combinations? Can you see this Mars and Saturn? These two planets are technical planets. These two are technical planets, correct?
Mhm.
Venus is there.
Technology.
Yeah.
Technology and all. This is a one way of thinking. Another is you can also think Venus is dominant here. Why? Because Venus in its own sign.
That's why he has gone up to PhD level, sir, because of Venus.
Yes.
Yeah.
That
Venus
also
and
we
even the sun and Ketu and Mercury is kind of PhD kind of thing. And the Venus is kind of, sun and Venus is like a more in a medicine thing. That's what I was thinking.
yeah, that is a alternate option for this native. Okay, maybe this can also. Okay, he was a president, ex-president of India, APJ Abdul Kalam. Okay, so name is also written in the chart. So I think you forget. And the thing is, again, I'm saying the same thing. You need to identify the majority of planet, okay, which reflecting the one same common domain. Okay, so whenever you see Mercury, Mars, Saturn, these kind of things, Mars, Saturn, Sagittarius sign, which planet shows which Rashi shows engineering? Any idea?
Sagittarius.
Machines
Mechanical
and
engineering, sir. Mechanical. If it is a
mechanical and all. So see, don't go into that area like mechanical, electrical, and all. Okay, in the beginning, just try to come closer to that domain, like engineering, medical, something like first you identify the major domain. Okay, then only with practice you can go into more deeper. Okay, in engineering, mechanical, electrical, and what. We always go step by step. So here we have two sets of combination. Again, I am saying first is Mars with Mars Venus in Libra. Second is Saturn in Sagittarius. Saturn in Sagittarius and Mars. These two things can reflect something in engineering. Okay, Venus in its own sign, it means higher studies or something, what do you call it, PhD and all these things this native can do. Or else, alternate thing to this native is Venus in its own sign, it will also show something artistic and all. Okay, but this artistic behavior is not, this Mars and Saturn is not complementing to it. Okay, we need something else, like let's say in this chart, if we see influence of moon in this combination, then we can go for the artistic behavior. So we need to practice like this on numbers of charts, you will able to do that. So like how you are saying that medical domain, like what is the combination you are using?
Sir, because of the sun. Remember, sun is a medicine. Sorry, right? Like yeah, sun is like whole thing about medical is like sun and
Obviously,
Venus.
sun is medical, and it Virgo sign is also shows something.
Exactly right. The highest form of study is a Virgo sign. If you have Sun and Mercury in that, and Ketu
But the
is
thing
like,
is, we need to identify the domain with this fifth lord from Jupiter, fifth lord from Mercury. They will give you the domain.
got it.
Okay, not the planet with Mercury. Planet with Mercury will give you something overall picture about the education. Okay, how this native will do in education, struggle without struggle, complete denial in education. All this information Mercury alone will give. Correct. For the domains, what you can do, fifth lord from Jupiter and fifth lord from Mercury. These two planets will give you the domains. Let's see one more example. Now see this chart. Mercury is retrograde. Okay, it means Mercury we can take from Pisces as well as from Aquarius. First we see from the Mercury in Pisces. In Pisces, we see Mercury is with Ketu. 1 7 axis moon. This is one combination of Mercury. If I take it from previous house, that is Mercury plus Saturn. Saturn in its own sign. If I take Mercury from the previous sign, then in triangle, no planet, but in 1 7 axis, it's Saturn and Mars. Mercury in Pisces sign. That is good or bad?
Debilitated.
Debilitated. Okay. But in previous sign, Mercury is still good. Okay. So it means we come up with it two different situations here. In first situation, education is not good completely. In second situation, it is still better. Okay. And Saturn, Mars, the planet which shows technical education is dominating the chart. Okay. This is the initial idea. Now you see the fifth lord from Mercury.
Moon is with.
Okay. So if I consider Mercury debilitation, then fifth lord from Mercury is moon. But education is showing better when I take Mercury from the Aquarius. Okay, so obviously we are seeing Mercury, so we go with the fifth lord from Mercury, that is Mercury himself.
Question, with Mercury being seventh from Virgo and it being exalted there, and also with it trining with Cancer, would that help with the intelligence of Mercury?
Yeah, that will help, but see, like here, the placement of Mercury is in debilitation, correct? So the seventh axis is always exalted. That is always for the Mercury. Okay. But so here we will not take Mercury as an exalted or it will contain some properties of exaltation. That is not possible. Okay, so Mercury is in debilitation, so it is in debilitation.
But we're talking about also moon. I'm more referring to moon because in the trine it's trining Cancer. Which
and in 1 7 axis it is with the moon only. Correct. Right. So obviously we can add something to it. Okay, so Mercury will give its result with the moon. Okay. But my point is, like here, Mercury is in debilitation. Okay. And also retrograde, remember. So when we say retrograde, so we have to create combination with two placement. One, Mercury is in Pisces, and another combination you need to check, that is Mercury in Aquarius. Okay, so the point is, if we are discussing education, so obviously I will give preference to education where it is showing more good result, that is Aquarius. Okay, so how will you make predictions for this native? For this native, you can suggest two options. Okay, either you go with the domain suggested by Mars, Saturn, these planets, or else this native will face a lot of difficulty in education. Understood, everybody?
Yes.
Because there are two options we can see in this chart. No? So if I take Mercury from the Aquarius, then you see it. Fifth lord from Mercury is Gemini. Huh? Gemini lord is Mercury himself. So again, this Mars Saturn combination is there. If I take fifth lord from Jupiter is again Mercury. So in all cases, you can see this Mars and Saturn combination is dominating everywhere.
But Mercury also is a important planet. That's why has given him MBA degree.
Yes.
Or maybe because of like what you call like a retrograde Mercury, he may change the line later on.
Yeah, see, it's not changing the line nowadays. It's become a fashion to do MBA.
But
this native already done MBA, MTech also. So after MTech, obviously for the higher post and managerial and all these things, MBA is required. This is the need of that domain. So he done that. It's fine. Okay. It's not changing like he leave the technical domain and he switch to something very different thing. No. So at the end, every technical person need to adopt this managerial skills, admin skills, and everything. It's fine. Okay. So obviously, this Mercury can give that MBA skills, fine. But the majority of thing is given by Mars and Saturn. Give this chart one more time.
Aquarius side, okay, from the Aquarius transit.
Aquarius is also technical.
Okay, ji sir, thank you.
And the
Oh,
concept
sir, I had
that's
a
so.
question. I'm sorry. I
No,
just have a
please
quick
go on.
question. In regards to Mars, it's also retrograde. So we put that back into Cancer as well?
Yeah, you can take that also from the Cancer. Okay. So see what is happening. If I take Mars from the previous sign, we see some other set of combination. Okay. But at the end, I need to identify the combination which is repeating, the planet which is repeating. Okay, so in this
Right, we're
case,
trying to see
Saturn
what
is
he's
repeating.
studying.
Yeah.
So he's probably studying, what we talked about, mechanical engineering or something.
Something
Maybe a
like
change in what his major or something like that. Okay.
Yeah. So okay, so ultimately our agenda or aim is to identify the planet which is repeating or which is dominating the whole combination. So in every case in this chart, you see Mars Saturn is dominating.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Okay, so like this we need to conclude. Obviously, we are seeing this chart in class, so we are not taking Mars from the previous sign. But when you see this practically, so you need to check every possible thing. Okay, then we reach to some conclusion. श्वेता जी थोड़ा confused लग रही हैं, समझ नहीं
No,
आया?
sir, I have it's another question.
Okay,
So it's regarding retrograde planets. So actually, if we just keep this chart like this, any chart, see the best way is according to me also when you have to there are so many combinations we can make, but what is the agenda? What are we looking at? Like we are looking at education, so we look at Mercury. We're looking at profession, we look at Saturn. So
Correct.
keeping that in mind, like for example, if we keep Mercury in mind, and like of course just say so we put the planet in the first house, and then of course just say we make a Bha Chakra kind of a thing, and then if we have retrograde planets, then we move those planets accordingly and see the combination. Would we go
Correct.
about it like this? Because the baki planets to fir hilenge na. So retrograde planets will move. That's what I mean. And
Yeah,
they will.
only retrograde planet.
Yes, sir. So then accordingly, so I was just trying to visualize in my mind if I would just keep Mercury in the first house and all the planets, whichever, like of course, apart. Acha, one more question, sir. Now, since Mercury is retrograde here, and we have to look at Mercury. So now, when I have to make a choice of making Mercury as the ascendant, now would I take Mercury back to Aquarius and do it, or would I keep it in Pisces only? Or I make
We need to do both.
both.
Both. That's why I'm saying, see, practically, when you predict this chart, okay, what will you suggest to your client? Okay, now we think in this term. So you have two options for this native. Okay, so if you see this chart with Mercury in Pisces, okay, so you will see a lot of difficulties. Okay, if I see the same chart with Mercury in Aquarius, okay, I am seeing something technical. So what I will suggest to the native? I will suggest him, okay, it's better if you go with the technical domain. You can do better in education, okay, or else you will face a lot of difficulty. Simple. Now it depends upon the native. If native goes, let's say if native, some people do this thing. Okay, some people go against the plan, so they suffer. That like for the same time, na, many people will born. Okay, so some people will go to technical things, some people will go against it. So the same chart you can test for some other person who born on the same time. You see they are facing a lot of difficulties in education. This can be possible. So thing is, being a Jyotishi, your job is very tough because you need to see the same chart from both angles.
And so
Okay.
since Jupiter is what do you call it? From fifth from the Jupiter is moon, and even Mars goes whenever it goes retro, it will also meeting what do you call?
You'll get back into
Moon
Cancer
as
sign.
well, right? Right?
Cancer,
Yeah.
yes.
Cancer.
Yeah, debilitated. Yeah.
So that
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Like he would have issues mentally with that moon, also going there with that Mercury or on the 8th house there too.
So if
I
Mars
don't know. That
moves
was just
to
my thought
Cancer,
that he would have.
yeah, if Mars moves to Cancer, then it becomes debilitation. That is again problem. So that's
Yeah,
why I'm
right.
saying.
So
he
he's
won't
best
face
changing.
problem in technical things, sir, if he goes. That's what I was thinking. I was thinking more concentrating more on Mars than Mercury.
Right. Yeah. That would be more suitable for him, like what you
Yeah,
were saying.
and see there are no, I don't know this person, so I can't comment on that. But yes, this person always have two options for it. Okay, so this native already done B, MTech, and MBA. So it means what? It means the chart is functioning with Mercury in Aquarius.
Yeah, it's in sync. He would be out of sync if he went the other way.
Yeah. See, this kind of problem you will face whenever you see retrograde planet. This is true to the retrograde. Okay, if no retrograde, then it is easy for us. Let's say if I remove retrograde from the Mercury, it is easy for us to say. Okay, difficulty in education and all. And accordingly, we have to change the domain also. Okay, so let's say if Mercury is not retrograde, then what kind of education you can choose?
The question about technical education. Now, if we talk about what is technical is something which is very specific. Yes, sir. Which is something which is in depth. Now, it doesn't have to be necessarily academic there. With Ketu, he can, and let's say, sir, one more thing. I'm just saying it because I got a feeling as well. Now, it's a trinal combination of the water signs. Yes, sir. And Ketu is also there, strong in Scorpio. Yes, sir. Although Mars is debilitated in Cancer in terms of giving a strong academic, technical knowledge. But if he goes towards something which is more in terms of, let me just say, Jyotish. Yes, sir. He can possibly do well. I'm just getting that.
No, you are correct. Let's say about Jyotish also. Huh? For Jyotish also Mercury-Ketu combination is there. But that kind of Jyotish is more about or what we call technical or Shastrok Jyotish. Because Mercury-Ketu mathematics and that all these things are involved in that kind of Jyotish. Okay, so let me show you one thing.
In basic, we says like, whenever Mercury meets Ketu or Mars, it always have some troubles. Like
trouble is something. Trouble is something. Right?
Will come.
It can be trouble, but ultimately it will give some domains also, no?
Okay. Yeah, because here we don't know about the degree, so we can say exact.
Yeah.
And trouble
So see,
means side effects. Trouble
side
are like
effect.
side effects.
See this Mercury-Ketu combination, law, medicine, astrology. Ketu acts like Mars.
Yeah,
It can give break, also it can give technical. Acts like Mars means it have the property of Mars itself. So Mars is debilitation there. It's fine, but still Ketu is in Scorpio and again Mars is dominating there.
Yes, sir.
So technical things are still with that combination also is possible. Okay. Now we see Mercury Ketu and what about Mercury Mars? Mercury Mars native will face difficulty in competing education. There may be one or two breaks. When this combination has aspect of Jupiter, native will get technical education. Okay, it's something. But you see, everywhere it is written difficulties, education, competing. Okay, all these things. These things can happen only if these two planets are combined together and also afflicted. Affliction means maybe in debilitation, maybe aspect, maybe in combination with some other malefic planet. Okay, then this break and everything will happen. Okay, so with that combination, if you see Mercury and Mars, they are in combination. Okay, we can predict break, but remember that Mars is in debilitation. So obviously, Mars will not deliver its full result. No? So it will not create that kind of difficulty to the native. But that is not happened. So I think this chart is more working if I take Mercury with the Aquarius. But still, you all are correct. Okay, so accordingly, we need to check it. And always remember, whenever you see retrograde, so always you need to do more hard work in that. Okay, you need to see charts in two different angles. Now, okay, this is something about the medical domain. Let's see, can we see this? Mercury, Mars, Sun. Okay, in Cancer. Okay, then in Tranal, we have Moon. This will give you the overall picture of education. And if I see fifth lord from Mercury, that is Mars. Mars again sitting with Mercury and Sun, again Moon. Same combination is repeating.
It's debilitated as well.
Yeah, debilitated Mars. So Mars will not dominate here. Huh?
Yeah. So in Jupiter, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So from Jupiter, if I take, it is Saturn.
Oh, Saturn. Sorry.
So Saturn is in Aries. Saturn is debilitated now. So we are in combination with Venus, Ketu, and Jupiter. Now see, other than medical, this native have other options also. Obviously, we have all planets that is required for the medical, like Sun, Moon, Ketu. If I take Mars also, they are responsible for the surgery and everything. But Sun, Moon, Ketu, these are the core planet which can take you to the medical thing. But let's say if not medical, then what? What are the other domains we can suggest this native? Any idea?
Astrology, Sun, Moon, and Ketu, sir.
Okay, other than astrology,
Other than
you have other domains also. Okay, no issue. Work on this chart, think for it. Okay, so next class, when we study the career, so we will come up with the more education domain. Okay, there we have given more combinations also. Okay, so I hope everybody understood how we're doing it. Okay, again I will repeat, there are two steps in it. First step is to understand the overall picture of education. Okay, how will be education for the native. Okay, that you can easily decode with the combination of Mercury only. Okay, Mercury, where is Mercury placed? Okay, which planet is in 1597? This will give you the overall idea about the education domain. Correct? Now, in which area, which domain this native can do education? What are the best possible domains? How we do that? For that, we have second step, that is fifth lord from the Mercury and fifth lord from Jupiter. Okay, these two lords we need to check, and depending on the planet who is dominating these two combinations, that is our domain. That is our prime education character for.
Mining, sir, mining engineering or something that goes down in Earth, something.
Okay, why that?
Because Saturn and Mars. Mars is the Saturn and Mars.
Saturn and Mars. Mars is debilitation. Saturn is also debilitated. Okay, yes, that is possible, but both are in debilitations. Obviously, we not recommend that. Okay, see, like we know this chart result is already written, but imagine a situation if any client comes to you and show you this chart. So obviously, you will use only those planets who are placed well in the chart. Correct. So you will not going to suggest the planet who is debilitated and all. Because obviously we know that person is going to face difficulty in those domains.
So then you would focus on the Mercury and Sun.
Yeah, Mercury and Sun we can focus. So domains related to Mercury, Sun, we can suggest them.
So if this person wanted to major in some sort of construction engineering, we wouldn't suggest that because of the Mars and Saturn is debilitated.
Yeah. And another thing is the domain part. Okay, which domain this native will pick for the education. That
Political science?
That you choose only from the fifth lord from Mercury, fifth lord from Jupiter. Okay, fifth lord.
But they're both debilitated.
Fifth lord from Mercury is Mars, that is debilitated. So the debilitated Mars you can check combination now from Mars. That is already with the Moon, Sun, Mercury. So Moon, Sun, Mercury, we have these planets in first set. In second set, fifth lord from the Jupiter. The fifth lord from Jupiter is Saturn. And Saturn is again debilitation, but Saturn is in combination with Venus-Ketu. Now you can write down in the paper that final conclusion is Mercury, Sun, Moon, Venus-Ketu.
Okay.
Okay, so from these planets, you need to pick the best possible education domain. And if you see the sign, Leo sign, that is for the Sun, and Cancer sign, that is for the Moon. So again, Sun and Moon is dominating. Okay. So these planets are responsible for the medicines.
Yeah,
especially
Venus.
Sun, Moon, and Venus, sir. Ketu is also like if he's like dentist.
Mars and Ketu for surgery and all. Huh?
Yeah. So
I was gonna say, yeah.
And Venus is a planet actually which shows healing, healing capabilities and all. That is Shukra. Okay. So that Venus have the property of Sanjeevani Vidya. Sanjeevani Vidya
so maybe
means
a surgeon?
Yes.
Or
Surgeon,
maybe
doctor.
researcher in medical field. He can do some kind of research. Because Sun and Ketu is there, so he can do good research.
He can actually do cutting as well.
Yeah, dentist,
a surgeon
cutting,
for the cutting. And with the Moon.
I think with Ketu, it's more cutting than research. I think Rahu research.
Yeah.
I think dentist is the best, sir, because of the Ketu is Jad, right? And Mars is there as well.
No, don't go for the dentist and all these things. First, stick to medical or engineer, or law, Jyotish, or first to identify the major domains. Okay, so don't run for the specific and the exact field of education. Okay, that is still tough. So
but would we take Moon in consideration since it's actually in the 10th house? Okay.
Yeah, see, I will tell. Let me mark. Okay. See, this chart is easy, not that much of difficult. See, when I say fifth lord from Mercury, that is Mars, correct? So from Mars, we have this combination and this combination. Well, and in this combination also, if you see, we have Cancer sign. Okay, it means Moon is dominating here. Agreed, everybody? Done. Huh? Now you see the second set of combination. Second set of combination says fifth lord from Jupiter. Fifth lord from Jupiter is Saturn. You see, Saturn is in Aries. Okay. Now they are in combination with Venus-Ketu. No planets in fifth house, ninth house. Yes, we have Jupiter here. Now you see here, Leo sign is there. But that is ruled by Sun. Okay, Sun is already participating in our previous combination. Okay. So now when I say dominant planet, so we have two dominant planets here, Sun and Moon. Agreed, everybody? Okay, now in this combination, we have Venus, Ketu, and Jupiter. You see Venus. Venus is here also, Venus signs also. Again, Venus is dominating. It means three planets. Sun, Moon, Venus. So when Venus and Jupiter combine together, they can give you the Sanjeevani Vidya also.
Surgeries, and that's
okay, healing, willing, and these knowledge of healing. And you can see Ketu is also here. That is surgery and all. So
yeah, with it being Ketu, would it also be picking up like a psychiatrist as well with the Moon?
Yeah, that is a specialization part. Okay, that native can go into that area also. So for next 2-3 months, what you all can do is 2-3 months. Okay, collect the chart and try to identify the domains. Okay, so when we say domains, I'm saying about the medical, engineering, these core domains. Okay, don't go beyond this. Don't, like when I say medical, so don't think about dentist, gynecologist, or psychiatry. No, so don't do that for now. For at least for 1 or 2 months. Okay, stick to the major domains. So once you get hold on this, identifying the major domain, you get confidence, correct? Then you go to next step. Then you further see, okay, in medical, which domain in the medical? Because in medical itself, there are more than 70 domains, if I'm not wrong.
Right. All the specialties. Okay.
So
Thank
it
you.
will be more difficult. You know what students make mistake here? Okay, they try to pinpoint the event in the beginning only. Okay, so for that, na, they are not actually devoting their time to identify the domain first. So if you once you identify the domain, it will be easy for you to go further. The same thing you need to do for career also. In next class, we will do career, okay, profession and career part. There also, first we need to identify the core domains. Okay, then you go and search for the specialization. Because specialization and this specific area or the field of education is a kind of a thing which is not practically possible to predict exact. Because every year we are adding some new streamline for the education, new kinds of jobs. So that we need to do hard work. Then
Yes.
you will see your own charts
Mm.
and confuse yourself.
So
Till then
here, in this chart, he very strongly is something to do with science. Definite.
Yes.
Science has to be there, whether it's, yeah, it can be health, medical, whatever. So actually मैंने बस थोड़ा सा एक न्यूमरोलॉजी की हेल्प ली.
लेके आपने इसमें क्रॉस चेक किया आपने, ना? ठीक है. His helping sciences is good. He will get a double confidence.
So it just has to kind of confirm.
Confirm, yes.
Hmm.
Or these 2 steps which we are following right now. And remember, these 2 steps we will follow in career also. Okay. So these 2 steps will apply to every concept. Only thing is we are changing the Karaka planets in the relevant house. So in career, when we study careers, we study the Saturn to understand the overall picture of career. Okay. The graph of career. And then we see 10th Lord from Jupiter, 10th Lord from Saturn. This will give you the type of career. The only thing is we need to work on significations of planet, then it will be easy. And this will be the end of our session for today. Take care. Bye.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
sir. Thanks.
Thank you.
All right,
Good day,
take
everybody.
care.
Thank you, sir.
Have a good day.
Thanks.